Good morning, everyone. It is my honor and pleasure to be with you here today. Let's begin by sitting up straight and tall, or if you're standing or lying, getting into a posture of energy, but ease. Noticing where the feet plant on the floor and stretching out our awareness through the floor, through the ground, stretching our sensations further and further like the roots of a tree spreading out far and wide. And inhaling deeply and exhaling. As usual, let's pair each inhalation and exhalation with gratitude and release. Inhaling a sense of stability and ease, of rightness and clarity, as we visualize our connection to the earth through the floor of wherever we're practicing out into the world. And just feeling grateful for our connection to all life, for our connection to spirit, for our connection to one another. As we continue to breathe, identifying, noticing a great sense of gratitude for this time together, for this time in practice, for this time when we can sit with ourselves and really listen. And stretching up the body tall and straight as we send our attention further up through the legs, the torso, the belly. I'm giving the belly a good rub. And sending our awareness up the spine, into the neck, relaxing the face, relaxing the hands. And just taking a moment to notice some really little things. I'm just noticing I have a few hairs tickling my ear. As I aim to relax my face for this practice, I can feel the scowl of tension resisting. I'm just happy to let that go for a few moments. Again, relaxing the hands and belly and face. Hands, palms up on the thighs, open and loose. Allow the hands to be a physical manifestation of the rest of us, relaxed, open, without resistance, allowing what happens to happen. Allowing the belly to relax. Let it all hang out. This isn't the time to suck it in. And just loving who we are, these perfect, imperfect bodies, this perfect, imperfect vehicle that carries us on this journey with one another. And how easy it feels right now to be compassionate with ourselves, with this perfect, imperfect body, with this broken, healed, trying, happy, sad heart, with this busy mind. How easy it feels to be happy, compassionate, gentle, forgiving with ourselves and others, and reveling in that ease. How wonderful that is. That is one of the payoffs of meditation, is this sense of ease and clarity that we can access whenever we choose. And it doesn't mean you get off kilter or you don't get off kilter. You definitely do, but you can come back to this place more and more easily because this place feels good, feels really good. In directing our minds to honoring ourselves and others, to compassion, to gratitude, to forgiveness, to the giving and receiving of love, that is where we have control, a lot of control. And so often we can go through life feeling like a victim or powerless or just going with the flow and not steering the boat the way we want. This is where we steer the boat. And just enjoying this healthy, non-toxic power that it gives. We can't hurt anyone with this. We can only uplift ourselves and others, and how wonderful that is. How exciting to have that opportunity. With the practice of compassionate breathing, where we identify what is serving and what doesn't and release it with the exhalation, reminding ourselves of our inner strength, of the right we have to be forgiven and try again. So we make mistakes. I do all day long. More mistakes than I do things correctly, okay? Allowing that knowledge to sit with us easily, giving ourselves the compassion to start again, to try again. Every breath, every thought, every action, every word is an opportunity to start again, to choose highest and best for ourselves and consequently for others. It feels too easy. It sounds too easy. And it is the hardest thing we will ever do, reprogramming our minds. One of my students told me this a few weeks ago. Feels like going through the birth canal because we are fighting, in my case, decades old patterns. So let's notice those patterns. Let's notice those habits. They tend to be pretty self-punitive, so you will hear them right away. Perhaps we are unworthy of forgiveness because we've made so many mistakes. So that is a negative and untrue thought that we can release. Let's try that together for a few moments. Inhaling deeply and releasing what doesn't serve. Any sense of being stuck? Any sense of being bound in density and trapped and rooted in the physical instead of in the spiritual and mystical? Noticing thoughts that arise as we've laid this intention. What is in the way? What is in the way of my journey towards self-compassion? Which thoughts are in the way? What am I thinking about? If this is very painful, it can be preferable to shut this off with any type of distraction. Too busy working, self-medicating, Netflix, any of those distractions. And just reminding ourselves that sitting with ourselves is the most difficult thing we will ever do. Being honest with ourselves and open, admitting our mistakes, admitting our weaknesses, admitting where we've missed the mark and need to try again. It's very difficult for however that appears in your life. And greeting each thought with an inhalation and exhalation. And cycling through the various anchors that arise, the breath, sound, the body, relaxing the hands, relaxing the face. Perhaps some thoughts and beliefs are arising that you feel compelled to journal about after. Yes, better out than in. Don't worry that you'll forget. You definitely won't forget. Just continue to sit and breathe. Stretching up the body straight and tall. I'm hearing all these birds outside and just out my window seeing the budding of all of the perennials. The tulips are poking out. My choke cherries have blossomed, and it's just so wonderful that spring is on the way. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. Over the week, let's commit to coming back to this thoughtful place, exploring the thoughts that arise as I resist offering myself compassion and forgiveness. Where do I feel unworthy of these things? I've got many, many places, and I will enjoy journaling about this shortly. And I hope you do too. Coming back to these places, reread your work if you do, or think through your thoughts to remind yourselves of what you have uncovered today and what you intend to release. It's not a one and done. We will have to come back and re-release until we are really ready to let go. Thank you for joining me today. Wishing you a wonderful week.